With India's fast-changing economy, roles and culture, reaching Indian consumers is challenging. Just look around at what choice consumers now have to improve their homes, and make no bones about it, they're doing just that. India is leapfrogging other developing economies, overcoming language differences and the urban-rural educational divide. It's using highly sophisticated visual storytelling in terms of messages to communicate. One recent survey here in India found that 68% of millennials believe visuals are more powerful than text. Successful brands understand how modern Indian society itself is developing and using technology to suit individuals' needs. So where did this new look come from? The link between a brand's strong visual identity and purchasing is real. Style, slogans and music all help advertisers capture their audience and in turn help a brand to be salient and come to mind when shoppers have to make decisions quickly. In New India, there are centuries of rich visual Indian history that marketeers can tap into. Memorable visual cues that can be critical for signalling a brand's availability. Forever Marked diamonds boldly went into black and white to create impact in what's a crowded jewellery market. One online marketplace, Flipkart, launched a series of memorable ads called Kids as Adults, in which the children parodied grown-ups with a striking look. India has a new Google generation that has more knowledge than their parents or grandparents. It's a generation that's constantly questioning the set ways of doing things and asking parents why. This Google generation is getting information from mobile platforms. Losing your phone is a bigger catastrophe than losing your wallet. Creating buzz through teasers on channels such as Snapchat, Instagram and YouTube can be an effective way of keeping these younger audiences continuously engaged. Indian consumers are likely to view their ads on digital, which continue to drive overall media spending growth. There was a 45% increase in spending in 2015 and an increase of 47% is expected in 2016. Cinema and TV also perform well. Spending across all other traditional media, except for magazines, increased, bucking the trends of other fast-growing markets around the world. Shoppers are responding to celebrities, but differently. The most effective ads using celebrities ignore their public image and instead feature celebrities in their real-life circumstances. This story illustrates the point well. Ads from the Asian paint brands feature a local celebrity who recently made public her personal battle with depression. Her popularity increased after she shared her story, and she became an ambassador for mental health organisations. People respected her courage. If you're a parent of a millennial and you're given a good reason for changing what you do, then you might feel inclined to change the traditions of the family. This in turn is helping parents to become more switched on to progress and to fashion in their own homes. Perhaps that's why IKEA is opening a new store in Mumbai and hopes to have more than 5 million visitors through its doors. The company plans to open 25 stores in India by 2025. Indian consumers are responding to campaigns that claim to eliminate animal testing, or to use organic packaging, or to source locally, or to use vegetables rather than chemical dyes. With new corporate social responsibility laws, it's likely that more Indians will become conscious consumers over time. Companies are also using technology to reach consumers wherever they live in towns or cities. But around 70 or 80% of all e-commerce transactions are cash on delivery, which is difficult to manage but necessary because only a small segment of Indian consumers use credit cards. There's a general discomfort about paying for something up front. Several successful categories are emerging online, including furniture and jewellery, which in India has a cultural and investment significance. The move away from the family-owned jewellery shop to online purchasing demonstrates a change in habits, which have been influenced by younger shoppers in the family. One brand, Fab India, a marketeer of Indian crafts, uses traditional techniques and skills and hand-based processes. Several Indian startups are providing similar platforms supporting local needs or talents in authentic yet commercially viable ways. 24 Organic Mantra Food, Soul Tree Cosmetics and the Sold Store, an online marketplace for artists, all take an ethical standpoint. Tata Tea's Jago Ray and Harvel's Hawa Badlegi are bringing to the fore important themes like women's voting, ending corruption, spreading education and gender equality. At the same time, brands such as Uber and Ola are appealing to the more switched-on urban consumer by using the power of GPS-based apps to make personal transportation affordable anytime and anywhere. They also use banking apps to verify consumers' identity for processing the transactions. There are many Indias in the new India in different stages of technological developments, and brands are embracing that. Indian society is still a country of contrasts, unreal hardship and poverty. During the recent Chennai floods, several young Indian brands reached out to provide timely help. ID Fresh Foods supplied food at half the price in Chennai. Ola Cabs supplied boats. Zomato launched a service where you could book a meal for someone else and Zomato would add an additional person to that meal as well. This kind of timely help can be developed as a template for others. Tide provided mobile laundry services via trucks to local communities in areas hit by the climate disaster. And when it comes to the role of women in society, brands are being very sensitive to the underlying changes in society, understanding the pain that some are going through to make these transitions. Ariel's Share the Load addresses gender issues by showing men doing household laundry chores. Bharat's Matrimony's Happy Marriages ad addresses the shift away from arranged marriages by showing couples in love. But while younger Indian men are increasingly becoming more independent, with that independence comes a newfound irreverence towards family traditions. To succeed in India, brands need to understand the social psyche of the new India. They need to keep up with the many stages of social developments across regions and within family structures. To find out more about the top 50 most valuable Indian brands 2016, just go to www.BrandZ.com and download the entire report full of insight, analysis and thought leadership pieces from WPP companies here in India and the entire top 50.